So DICE has revealed that Classic and Hardcore mode are going to be coming soon to Battlefield 1, which I'm personally excited about because to me, Classic mode should actually be the default setting in all Battlefield games. It's what a lot of us grew up on over the years if you've been playing this game for as long as I have. And for those of you who maybe don't know what Classic mode is or you never tried it before, I would describe it as like the sort of perfect mixture between the current casual settings and hardcore settings. And so it's not hardcore enough where it's like this simulation type shooter. It's still arcadey, but it does encourage more teamwork and more skill. So one of the differences, for instance, in classic mode is there's no 3D spotting, which, let's be honest, makes it a whole lot easier for casuals to get kills because you can just shoot at somebody who's got a huge red light over their head. So you can still spot people in classic mode, but you only see that indicator show up on your map and it doesn't show up over the person's head, which makes this a lot more realistic and of course requires a good bit more skill. It also makes squad leaders more important because they're the only ones that you can spawn on, so it gives you more incentive to pick good squad leaders who are not going to be dying all the time, but also who can get close to the action. There's also no health regeneration, which of course means that medics are going to be a lot more useful. And I would imagine that they may also limit the ability to repair your vehicle sitting inside them as you can right now. I don't know that for sure, but I would imagine that would be a change that would make a whole lot of sense in classic mode. There's also no third-person point of view whenever you're sitting in vehicles. So being in a first-person point of view only in vehicles is going to make you a lot more vulnerable, which I think levels the playing field quite a bit. And then there's also no kill cam. So if somebody gets a good defensive position set up, it's going to be a little bit harder to track them down. But things like friendly fire are still off so that you don't have to worry about running over your teammates. So you may say, well, Dragon, that sounds an awful lot like hardcore mode, like a lot of those options. And a lot of those options do overlap with hardcore mode, but there are some big differences as well. For hardcore mode, you don't have a HUD. You also have a difference in the damage. So DICE announced today that your health in hardcore mode is going to be at 100%, but your weapon damage is going to be at 200%, which I think encourages way too much camping with like sniper rifles, things like that. And so I've never been a big, huge fan of hardcore mode and Battlefield, and that's why I think classic mode is actually the real sweet spot when it comes to people wanting to play a shooter that's a little bit less casual than what it is right now, but more skill-based while still keeping it fun. So there's no exact date for these drops, but the developers do say that it's coming sooner than you think. So that makes me think that it's coming really freaking soon. So in the meantime, post your thoughts on Battlefield 1 below, and are you interested in Classic Mode? To me, I think Classic Mode makes perfect sense, especially for Battlefield 1. That does it for me, The Red Dragon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Are you listening? Damn.